Hi, I'm Karl Feilder. I'm CEO of Neutral Fuels. And I'll introduce you to my friend Gary here, who's an expert on maritime stuff. Well, what is it, Gary?
Maritime, international supply chain for the maritime industry.
Excellent. So we both were talking the other day about the fact there's some big changes happening in the maritime industry. And we thought we'd actually put this down on tape to get across some of the big things that are going on. What is the change?
So I guess for those that are in the industry, we've been talking about the International Maritime Organization, the IMO, and some legislative changes they brought into, or bringing into place for 2020, which affects the sulphur content for fuel. So in very much layman's terms, we have very large ships sailing around the world, bringing all of our products, generally from Asia, and they burn a very heavy, very dirty fuel. Back in 2008, the IMO decided to bring some new rules, some new legislation forward, which begins in 2020, and now the maritime industry is catching up to see what we need to do and how it affects the consumers.
But is it the first time that they've changed fuel on ships?
No, I mean this has been talked about and it's been staged over several years. There's also something in Europe called the Secca zone, where the sulphur content there of fuel used around the Baltics, the English Channel, various other Secca zone areas has already been reduced significantly.
But the fuel that they're moving to isn't actually that clean.
No, and whilst not being an expert in fuel, I certainly am becoming an expert in what the ships need to do to prepare for this change. And again, I think in very straightforward terms, the fuel they burn at the moment is something like 3.5% heavy, dirty. This has to be reduced down to about 0.5%. And there's very different ways that the industry can do that.
I mean, is it a big deal for the shipping owners? Do they have to do a lot?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Let's be honest, we are almost at the end of 2018 now, which gives us effectively one calendar year to be ready for the 1st of January 2020.
Gosh.